it's been a few days, a few weeks since I last did a video, and honestly, there's been a lot of personal issues and drama in my life that I've taken some time to step away from, to try to address, to look at, to learn from, and to see what I could do better, to see if there's anything that I'm doing wrong at all that I could fix. Honestly, there's a lot of things that I've been trying to do to work on, to fix. So I believe I've done everything I can, and there's definitely going to be some changes moving forward. So I'm not entirely sure how all of this will impact the channel or the topics that I plan on working on, but I needed to step away to try to get something back that was missing. Some of it's tied in with the relationship that ended previously, and some of it's tied in with the job where there's contradictions and things that I have to deal with as far as working between some of the people that are involved with my job. No need to get into it because it's work-related, complicated, stuff like that. But I will say this: there's definitely going to be some changes moving forward, and one of the videos that I did do, I have held back trying to figure out what to do with, so I'm probably going to redo the whole thing and re-upload it. So there is something that's on my mind that I did want to kind of talk about. It's not really a Bible lesson or anything of the sort. It's several things mixed into one, so it's not like it's any one category. But there was a Bible study lessons that I had participated in yesterday that I quit out of anger. I just simply left because there's been some old issues that they don't seem to ever be resolved, so I left. This is mixed in with a series that I've been watching called Sweet Home, where the theme is basically, it goes from one thing to the other, but it starts off with a supernatural event where people start changing and turning into something else. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say it's really good. But midway through to the end, the idea that humans are the worst kind of monsters did kind of pop up there. So when it comes down to it, the idea that I talked about in the Bible study before, I was told to basically finish up, we're running out of time, and being the last person there to talk, before I quit out of anger, because, I'm the only one who's being treated a certain way. So, in short, the idea is basically that I've noticed is that of monsters, there are those who have struggled through loss. They've struggled through a lot of situations where their heart has changed, where they actually look out and put other people first. The other type of monster is just glorified, honestly, is all over half the place, where it's basically, in horror movies, they're always out to try to get other people and, to eat them, kill them, whatever. That's really what's been publicized in a lot of movies. It doesn't really matter. You just pull something out and you look at it, you'll see like, oh yeah, okay. But in this particular series, like in a few others, this is not the case at all. But the idea is that in some of the worst atrocities are committed by the people with the best intentions, or in some cases where you don't even have the training, you don't have the experience needed in order to make the best and wisest choices. And I tried linking this particular topic to the book as well as the movie Of Mice and Men, where there was two men who were going through it, and one of them is just a big brute of an oaf who, he's not very smart, but he's incredibly strong, and he ends up inadvertently causing a lot of harm and damage to the point where he ends up getting killed. And people called him a monster, and they treated him a very different way because they didn't really understand him. They thought that he meant ill for a lot of people, when that wasn't the case at all. He wanted to be able to relate to other people. He wanted to be able to socialize, and yet he was ostracized because of his strength and because he was unable to appropriately socialize with others around him, especially the women. Or, I didn't read the book, but I did watch the movie. So, yeah. But it did hit me that people, as well as other groups of animals and stuff, they constantly push out and reject those who are different, those who are not like them, and basically anyone and anything else that wants to challenge and change things, even if it's for the better. And it's a thought that just took some time to process and to try to work through to see how it could fit into my life personally. I do not believe in talking about something that I do not understand or am able to appropriately talk about. There's a proper time and place for everything, and sometimes when you think you know what to say, you really don't. That happens to all of us, though. But anyway, going back to what I was saying before, the idea of people being the worst monsters of all kind of hit hard, because there's been a few times in my own life where I ended up sacrificing a part of myself to go help others, and yet not only was it not enough, I was vilified for it. I was treated as if I was some sort of bad guy, some sort of enemy for doing so. And it just makes you realize giving and helping isn't really what it's all cracked up to be. Even though you're trying to do it, even though I was trying to do it with the best intentions in mind, that will directly challenge your values and who you are as a person. So that's just something to think about as you're going out throughout the rest of your day today. Just a short little video. This is not really a part of any official topic, but if there was going to be a title, it would just be Of Mice and Men and Monsters. We all want to be someone to someone out there. We all generally want to be a hero to someone where other people look up to. But in this particular case, and I will finish this off with a thought here, where heroes have been publicized as being people who save others, who come to the aid and rescue of other people out there. And it's the monster's job to basically help this person, help these people realize that they are heroes and to basically be put down. In Sweet Home, the other thought did pop into mind as I was watching it was basically these monsters were also able to help protect the others by killing the other monsters, by taking them out. So there's a lot that can be said, which goes into a different topic, but again, as I said, it's worth mentioning, it's worth talking about, because there are parts in our lives that we go through where we struggle to see ourselves because we've lost that image. We've lost what it means to be ourselves, and we get out of touch with the person who we thought we were. This is incredibly important because it touches upon your foundation, what you've built yourself up into to be and who you wanted to be. There's just a lot of things that change over time where we just don't realize it until something happens. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope it got you thinking a little bit. Alright.